All right, we're good to go. Holy moly. And audio off. Hi, Red Squeak, what's up? How you doing? All right, I am good to go. I think I got a lot done here. We're good. Gonna park this over here. I thought I had one of these set aside, and I do not. But this is going to work perfect. Not much, just chilling in the rain. There you go. Jojo! How you doing? Okay, we got to trim the pen knob for Red Squeak's pen, the Christmas tree. And then we're going to do some new stuff tonight. And I did get your message, Jojo. We are good to go. I promise you will get one of the mystery boxes. I have one set aside for you. You will not miss out this time. I got you covered. Okay, let's finish up Red Squeak's pen here. So we're going to trim it all the way down to that glow. This is how I do this on these complicated ones. You have to preheat the beginning section where you want to melt it, and then you leave the other end out of the oven. You won't see it yet, Mike. Just wait. I'll have it to you. What's up, Shannon? How are you? First time on my YouTube? I appreciate you. Welcome in. All right. There we go. This is like my last microphone test on YouTube. I have another new microphone in it. This is the little kind of flesh tone microphone that's going into a wireless system. So I'm hoping it sounds just as good as the one last night. It'll be a good backup. All right, so we got to pop that off. There we go. Okay. So we're going to shrink this down. Again, this pen is Red Squeak's, so we're just finishing it up. Got to get it a little tighter in there. Still yet, wow. There we go. Now that's the fit that I want. So this is the pen that has the Christmas tree on it. So this one glows in the dark like that. And there we go. We're looking good. Yeah, that one looks good. I like it. What's up, Real Strider? So tonight we're going to do a fish with Santa hat. I'm going to try a fish with a Santa hat. Yeah, it's an ink pen. Oh, I don't have any in front of me. So they take a Bic insert. So like your normal Bic pen, you pull out the insert and you put a new one in. I don't have any here. I just shipped it off. done. That would be a bleeding oxygen tank. Be right back. Okay, so that is what happens when your liquid oxygen gets to be really aggressive. Yeah, that's a liquid. So we got to drain it out a little bit. This will relieve some of the pressure. You'll hear it get softer and softer. Oh, it's okay. It's just building pressure. It's doing its job. There we go. We'll turn on some music again on YouTube. There we go. Oh, no, I'm good, Colleen. It happens all the time. So it did exactly what it's supposed to do. It builds pressure, and there's a relief valve. When that relief valve pops, it stops the pressure from building too much in the tank. So it did its job. No, that's the liquid oxygen. Hey, at least you know what happens with it. Oh, that was actually quiet. To be honest, that was quiet. That was not loud. So we're going to run the big ass flame for a little bit, drain it down. We're going to make some of these fish tonight, but we're going to use Santa. We're going to put Santa hats on them. What's up, Zach? How are you? So we're just going to pull this down a little bit. We'll pull a few points. I'm making my fish that I'm all set to do. Thank you for the suggestion, but I'm good. Yeah, we're going to do Santa fish. Unfortunately, I have to run this big ass flame for a little bit. So now you're going to get a little ASMR from the flame. While I bleed that tank off. I needed a suntan anyways. Yeah, I needed a suntan, so we'll get the suntan from the flame. Okay, here we go. Yeah, the candy turned out good. The wrapped candy looks really good. least I think it does. Yeah, I'm just running the torch really hard right now. I have to bleed off some of the oxygen. So we're running full bore for a few minutes here. Yeah, the candy looks good, I think. I think it came out well. It does kind of look like wrapped candy, too. There's always a way to do certain items, just a matter of price. We're going to try it out of purple, too. Oh, this will look good. Oh, yeah, the Zero Dog. Yep. Yeah, purple will look good. All right, well, let's try and bring this down. Yeah, that should be good. Hopefully that thing doesn't start blowing again. Because then I got to do a serious purge on it. That 50-gallon fish tank, awesome. So we're going to try green too. This is a dark, 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 dark green. This is the pickle green. Ooh, that's a hot one. I'll have to fix that later. Get off. Oh my God, this green is pissing me off. It's about to end up in the water bucket. All right, we'll start with green tonight. All right, let's do green first. We'll add some white spiral to it. And then we'll put a Santa hat on. We're going to try a couple different colors with the Santa hat. See how it works out. I do have to... got all the tools I need, I think. Nope. I need these guys. There we go. Okay, we're all set now. That oxygen tank blowing off kind of threw me off a little bit. Honestly, I thought it was my carbon monoxide detector. That's what I thought was going off. What's up, Jester? How you doing? Little late today. I had to go in for my labs and meet with my doctor. Every 6 months, I go in for heavy metal testing and labs. Because of this job, I just want to make sure I'm always okay. So I go in and get tested for heavy metals every 6 months. blood work, and then got my flu shot. So I'm all set for this year. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, that's why I was kind of freaking out. I thought it was the carbon monoxide detector going off, so I was jumping on it real fast. The oxygen tank bleeding off doesn't bother me as much because it's literally just oxygen bleeding into the air. That's not going to do anything. All right, so first things first, we're going to stripe some white on this green. And that's going to make the green look a heck of a lot better. So look how dark that is right now. I'm going to show you a cool, this will be a cool little trick. You're going to see what happens. We're going to take white. We're going to stripe around this, and you're going to see how the green starts to pop out a little better. Just from adding the white on here, it kind of contrasts it a little bit. We're going to take it here and just spin it around. Every time I do this, I think of that song, "You Spin Me Right Round, Baby, Right Round." I don't know why. All right, so now we have the white going all the way around. Now we have to really blend it in there really good. So when I first apply it, yeah, I kind of thought it might get stuck in a few people's heads. So when you first do this, it's only sitting on the surface. And if you don't start melting it in right away, it will actually create a problem. And you end up having all the little rings pop off. They will literally fall off. Okay, there we go. That's just teetering on there. And then we're going to blow it open a little bit. So now we have, it is a good insider's tip, yes. But look how the white added to the green, and now it kind of shows it a little better. We have to put a breathing hole in this. This is 31 years. So we got to pop a little hole in here on the where the bottom will be. And without that hole, this cannot be completed. So you have to have that. What color am I going to accent this with? We're going to use purple for the rest of the accents. So green and purple with a Santa hat. Do you hear that whistle? Kind of whistled a little bit. Sounds like a squeaky mouse. Okay, we're doing good. So we got some fins on there. Now I don't do real pointy fins on here. Yeah, what's the purpose of the breather hole? So if I don't put a hole in there, and this gets all sealed up like a complete ball and there's no airway in it, every time I heat that ball, it will pop out. It'll blow out because the hot air has to go somewhere. So the hot air would push the glass out. And it would start deforming the body. So there has to be a place for the hot air to exit. Otherwise, you could not complete this. Oh, crap. My purple rod broke. Oh, well. Put a little back fin on it. This is just a lot of lobby glass. Lobby glass is a word. What's up, Adam? Glenda, how are you? Yeah, it definitely has to have a place for the hot air to escape. We're going to flatten that a little bit. Create this little fusing right here. Little over exaggerate it. I did, Daisy Girl. Sometimes it takes me a minute to respond. But there we got the little back fin. Can you hear that whistle? That's the glass. All right, so next step is we're going to attach a punchy rod to the back tail. Like that. We're going to pull this off. I think we're going to give it a, not red, bright green lips. We'll go bright, bright green. Always got to keep it warm too. That's why you see me out here way out in the back part of the flame. I'm trying to keep the piece hot. I don't want it melty hot. I just want it warm. So this color in particular is called Slime. And it looks like slime from Nickelodeon, kind of. Has that really kind of cool green look to it. Fish has been kissing the Grinch. That's a good one, JoJo. Thank you, Betty. Yeah, I do like the candy. This one came out better than the red. The red needs to have the double thick white like this one did. This is a perfect look. That was too much. Too many stripes running through it. But this is what I call prototyping, and you all get to, see it happen real time with me. So we put the little lips on there. This is why I call this the kissy fish. Okay, it's got those big kissy lips. They kind of remind me of Darcy and Stacy now off 90 Day Fiance. I'm not capping on them. I like them. They're cool people, but they've gone a little overboard. Put the eyeballs on there. We do the black dots. Thank you for the heart me, Mariah. Thank you. Okay, we're almost done with this. This is the first kissy fish, Santa kissy fish I'm doing, so it's a little slow right now. All right, we got to put a top fin, which will be the hat. We're going to make the hat the fin. So this, we're going to park this in the kiln. And we're going to create the hat right now. This is another little thing. See that little squiggle down there right there? You got to get rid of that. That, if you get that in your finger, that sucks. So we trim that off. Yeah, you get that stuck in your finger and that definitely sucks. I'm making a Santa fish. We're probably going to make a few of them. I'm going to try a couple different colors. I'm just prepping everything for Christmas. Trying to come up with new ideas for Christmas this year. You know, I come up with certain designs and then I see them replicated out there all the time. So I got to stay ahead of everybody. Make stuff that they're not making. Doesn't mean they won't make it eventually, but for the time being, at least I have a short run with it. So right now I'm building up the white for the hat rim. A little light white fluffy part of the hat. And then we'll grab some red and create the top part. I probably did this a little backwards. I should have done this a different way. So this is part of prototyping. You get through part of it and you're like, oh, I should probably do it this way. And we're going to separate this. Like that. And then we're going to add the red. Right now I'm making a Santa hat. We're going to put it on a fish. We're making Santa fish. Making a Santa fish. I'm trying to come up with the Christmas ornament line. It's already October. About mid-October, I'm done designing, and I'm just going in full production from there. All right, so this is the white part. Yeah, the candy does look, the candy we just did last night. So, I don't know yet, Mike. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know if we'll do a Mrs. Hat. Not 100% sure on that. I thought I brought pomegranate out. That is pomegranate. So this color is going to go very transparent. The red, it will come back to red, but this one doesn't strike back as fast. Lucky Lex, how are you? Hello, Elena. So we're building the red part of the hat right now. Just got to get it fused in there a little bit more. All right, I think we're good. Then we'll start pulling it down. So the hat will end up becoming the hook that this will hang by too. Which is convenient. How you doing, Lucky Lex? Got to do my shout outs. We got Lucky Lex in the house. Definitely give Lucky Lex a follow. She does amazing live streams with stained glass and other forms of artwork that are amazing. I'll let you guys find that on your own because she's awesome. Then we got Dragonfly and Groves, both moderators who are also doing glasswork. And they are on their glass learning adventure. Meaning they'll progress over time. So you get the rare opportunity to watch them progress, which is pretty amazing. I'm doing good, Lucky Lex. Do I have a guess about how many I'll make and sell? I have a pretty good guess. I very rarely have things hanging around that doesn't sell. And if I do, it's because it's a one-off and I put them in what I call mystery boxes. I just organize a bunch of boxes together and sell them as a mystery box, and they're great value, and you end up getting some cool stuff, and it's a mystery. All right, I'm almost done with this hat. That's the mystery box. So this is the hat. It needs to get red, but you can see it starting to transform into its red. I got to be careful though. It's barely hanging on there. It's barely on. Turn that off there. So it's hanging on by the tail, but there we go. So that'll hang from that hat. And I just kind of threw some colors together. This wasn't my first choice of colors, but bring that in. All right, let's do the purple version. Might as well get the purple out of that way. How many will I have left over? I have no idea. I won't know till the things get moving and selling, and then I'll have a pretty good guess. Yeah, I like that fish. I think it came out good. Let's do the purple version. No, I did not list the mystery box today. I got caught up with a lot of stuff to do, and I did not have time to get the mystery box listed. As soon as I do, subscribers will get notified. Yeah, I promise you'll get your notification. Nope, they're not on yet. I did not get a chance to get them listed. All right, we're going to try it a little bit. I'm going to taper this off before I begin doing anything stripe-wise on this. Is this the product? I'm not following you on that one. Thank you, Zach. All right, so we're going to bring this out. We're going to taper this down a little bit into kind of like an ice cream cone. Oh, shoot. I have to make ice cream cones, too. I forgot about it. Yeah, this is Pyrex. Well, this isn't the brand Pyrex, but it's the type of glass. Pyrex is a brand. The type of glass is called borosilicate, or O. Like boring, but not. All right, so there we are. We got the little bit of taper right there. Let's spiral this up. So this is one of the quickest methods to add color. It takes a little while to get down, but once you do, this is so fast. This is like one of the things every person should master that is in glass. Because this is such a quick way to add little circle spirals on here. Like that. Let me get it fused in there, or they pop off. That's the problem. If you don't get it kind of fused in, they do pop off. So now we got white trailing everywhere. So that is called a spin trail. Some people call it other things. I call it a spin trail because you're spinning and trailing the glass on there. God dang it, I'm talking with my hands again. I'm trying to get out of that habit of talking with my hands. And so far, I'm failing. So right now, we're fusing everything in. Let's grab the filter. We can do that while I'm doing this. So this is what my glasses do. They filter out all that bright, bright, bright sodium flare. So that's how I can see what the heck I'm doing, like that. Now that is multitasking right there. That is a multitask. Because I have to actually spin it through my monitors. I'm not watching this, I'm actually watching the monitors when I'm doing it. All right, so we got this all melted in. Looking good. Little pudgy fish. I might try a puffer fish tonight too. I don't know. We'll see. I've never made a puffer fish. Oh no, nothing wrong with multitasking. Just that's what has to happen when I'm doing that. All right, so now we got the ball for the body right there. And we're going to pop the little breathing hole for it, or exhaust port, whatever you want to call it. There we go. And that allows all the hot air to escape as I start making this. All right, next we're going to use some nice green on here. This is a kind of muted dark green, medium green. It's not really dark. I think this will look good with the purple. No, it's not. You'd have a heck of a time trying it on that. Trying to do that with this. You would totally fail. All right, there we go. This is fin number 2. We're going to come through and smush it in like that. Melt all that in. Like that. So now we got 2 little fins on there. What's wrong with talking with your hands? Kind of flying near the flame. It's a little bit scary right there. Maybe we'll do slime on there afterwards. We'll have to see. All right, we got to do the tail. Hey, Katie, how are you? So let's put a tail on this thing. So in order to do the tail, I got to attach a rod right there so I can get it over and make it work. There we go. Taper it down. This is a pudgy little fish. I like it. I'm kind of digging it. And let's add the tail. Put a little heat on the subject. There we go. We're going to flatten this out first a little bit, not all the way. We're not squishing it all the way down, just helping it along. Okay, so that's what it looks like before we get there. And then we're going to create little impressions in it. Like that. And then it creates a tail. Hey, Christy, thank you for the heart me. So now we got a little tail going. We're looking good. Put some eyeballs on this thing. Nope. Not going to make that. Actually, I should transfer this over before I do that. Do I have a shorty? I do. Right there. Put a decent attachment right there. All right, so we got to burn this off. Thank you for the roses. Crystal, thank you. Hey, Katie. Yep, fishies. We're going to pop that off. It's kind of a decent holding rod right there. I'm happy. There we go. Actually, we'll put purple lips on it. Why not? Make it all crazy. We'll go crazy with it. Let's go crazy. Thank you, Katie. Let's get a little crazy with some purple. Purple on purple. And I got to give it a little smile. Always has to have a little smile. All right, let's add some eyeballs. Then we'll make the Santa hat and pop it on. You digging it? Yeah, I like this one too. I like it a lot. Cheryl, how are you? I should make one with uranium eyes. That would be kind of cool. That'll be the animal style uranium eyes on the fish. A little bit of uranium background. So this is only the second time I've done this with the Santa hat. So you're watching me go through. Christy, thank you for the air balloon guys, the air dancers. I needed that today. I needed those air dancers. I have not made a Mr. Potato Head. That would be funny as hell. All right, let's put a Santa hat on this and make it look good. But before that, we got to finish this one. So this one, the red is starting to come in. That's the one we did first. We're going to pop this off the tail. Right there. There. And that's how it hangs. It actually hangs pretty decent. It's a good balance. I am not unhappy with that. I got to park it way in the back of the kiln. Yeah, let's see how this next one looks. I'm pretty happy with it so far. Let's see how the next one turns out, and we'll go from there. Okay, here we go. Let's make a hat. Hey, Rex. I thank you for making my day, Rex. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so this is what we're going to do to make the hat. So first thing, we got to make the white part of the hat. Daisy girl, thank you for the air dancer. I appreciate it. I think that thing's so freaking cool. Maybe I should make an air dancer too. Do the balloon dog. I don't know if I could do the air dancer. That might be kind of cool, to be honest. I'm kind of upset because I saw someone make a tiny diny already. I was like, man, that was a good idea. And I don't copy other people's ideas. So I was like, I can't make a tiny diny now. But I was like so jealous of that. It's like they made a tiny diny. Yeah, I could do the tiny diny, but I'm just not gonna. I'm not gonna crap on someone's parade like that. Okay. So we got the white fluffy part for the hat going. Yeah, I could do my own version. But it's just the concept that, I don't want to do that. All right, so let's add the red. We got to go red. Nope, you are not red. I just had pomegranate up here. You are definitely pomegranate. Yeah, the zero dog looks good. I'll bring the zero dog out in a minute. I could definitely do the alien buddy. That would be funny. Maybe I will do the alien buddy. We'll see. What's the temperature? The flame is roughly about 3,800 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, I've definitely done a donut before. Yeah. I've done a couple donuts. They actually look really cool. The donut looks really good. It's a pain in the butt to make, but man, the end result is really cool. Yeah, Alien Buddy would be cool, right? All right, so I'm going to make the hat just a touch smaller on this one. I'm going to pull it down. Pull that off. Adds a little pom-pom on there. This isn't going to look right till all the red comes in. It's not going to look like it's supposed to here in a minute. Once the red fills in, it looks a lot better. I also have to flare this out just a little bit. There we go. Grab a stubby little red rod here. So that's it without the red needs to strike, but that's where we're at so far. We're going to grab it there. That is called a cold tap. And then we're going to burn it off down here. Then whenever I disengage, I always bring it down here just in case it pops off. That way, if it pops all the way off, it falls like a couple centimeters, not like all the way down. L to the B in the house. How you doing, L to the B? So there we are. So that is the Santa fish in purple with green. Kind of like it. We got to get the hat striking red, but yeah. All right, I'm going to do one more, except this time we're going to really focus on total Christmas colors, okay? I got to grab some more glass, but we're going all just Christmas colors now. So that's going to be the key. This will be the total Christmas hat or Christmas version. No creative liberties on what it's supposed to look like. So we're going to bring that out, and yeah, we should do that epic green. All right, so this is just going to be red, white, and green. We're going all Christmas colors. How you doing, L to the B? Good to see you on here as always. I do go live on the weekends. All right. Yeah, the ornaments will be hopefully tomorrow. I keep trying to get it done. Etsy changed their layout to add things, so it's a little bit confusing right now for me. They totally did a whole new look to it. Hold on, I got to do my puzzle piece. We're already in an hour. What's up, Uncle Skin? Bully Madison, how are you? And puzzle piece is done. There we go. A little nap after work. There you go. All right, let's do the... So this is going to be all just Christmas colors. Online Piano, how are you? I think it'd be cool to play the piano. I wouldn't be good at it. But I certainly enjoy it. L to the B with the air dancers. Thank you. That thing cracks me the hell up. I bet you I could make that. I don't know if I have that color, though. That pinky color. I'd have to use a different version. Thank you so much for the air dancers. The TikTok GIFs are amazing how they come out on screen. I like how they do that. All right, so next step. Now we got this taper here. So this allows me to spin the colors on. And we're going to get a really cool little effect with it. Yeah, it's like, yeah, that I don't have that pink. I would have to make it. And I don't want to make it for that particular item. Thank you, Daisy Girl. GG's, thank you for the road. Daisy Girl, appreciate you. All right, so next step, we're going to pull this down. We're going to pull a little bit off the top here. Sounds like a haircut place, a little off the top. All right, so now we got all this stuff here. We're going to spin trail some white, and then we're going to spin trail some green. Actually, we're going to do green first, then white. So the body's going to be green and white, then the accents are going to be red. I might change the lips from red. No, we'll do red lips, but I don't know about the rest of it. All right, there's the green. So that's what it looks like when you spin the green up in there. Any color. Now I got to spin the white up in there. I got to try and go right in between those green lines. That's going to be the hard part. Going in between the green is going to be a pain in the butt. By the way, everybody that is waiting on the glow-in-the-dark glass from North Star, they will be receiving their glass this week. UPS is picking it up tomorrow, and I would anticipate to see it in the next week or two launched from North Star. So you should be able to get the glow-in-the-dark glass very soon. All right, now we got the white and green. I was able to split the difference in that green. Got it all nailed. None of them crisscrossed. Betty Warren, thank you for the masquerade. I appreciate you. How you doing, Betty? All right, now we're going to melt everything down. So this is where we start bringing everything, condensing it in. And again, I like making everything a little thicker. I try to avoid my items being extremely fragile. So this should be able to take a good bounce off a wood floor, carpet, any type of floor other than tile. Tile in this, you got a 50-50 chance. It's got about a 50-50 chance against tile. But the rest of it, we should be good. Should just bounce. Because some people have cats. Cats love ornaments. Nikki, thank you for the Go Populars. Glass has to be a certain quality, correct? Yes. So the type of glass I use is called borosilicate, B-O-R-O, boro. Everybody commonly knows this glass by the brand name Pyrex. There we go. I haven't seen it, Uncle Skin, but I've been like trying to filter messages all day today. I'll check for it though. All right, so now we got the green and white scrolling all the way around. And now we're going to add fins. I'm debating. Yeah, we should just go red. Let's just go red all the way around. We're going to use Red Elvis for these two. Yeah, these colors look good, Tess. Yeah, these colors go very, very well. We'll add the other nub over here. Then we got to make the little fin impressions. Oh, there's a little whistle in there. So I'm going to show you the red. Here we go. This is that red that changes color. Watch the fins. Okay, watch that one at the very top. Just keep your eye on it, and it will eventually start working its way back into red, like that. And then it goes back from clear to red. So that is the red Elvis. Elvis is in the house. Elvis in the house. This is just little ornaments. Santa fish. And we got to pull this down back here, taper it off. See, technically, I could add a couple of wings on it, a propeller and a tail, and make it a chubby-ass little airplane, too. There's a lot of stuff you could do with this. Yeah, we're about to show the color change really drastic right now, Amy. So this is going to be the red again. It's going to go completely transparent, and then we're going to get it to strike into the red. This particular color is called Red Elvis. That is its real name, Red Elvis. Then there's light red Elvis, and then there's dark red Elvis. And then there's orange Elvis. I don't care for orange Elvis too much, but it has its place. It's good for a few things. If I want to make something earth tones, then I'll use orange Elvis. All right, let's flatten this out. A little bit. And let's put the impressions in. So this is going to show the red transformation drastic right now. So just keep your eye on that tail, and you're going to see that red start forming in about 3, 2, 1, and it's going to start popping into red. Like that. And a little more, and a little more, and a little more. There. Now we got some red. Yeah, the candies are fun. What's up, Bora? How are ya? What happens if you plunge it in the water? It creates a little surface crack. The candies, I'll probably have 3 or 4 colors. The one that's not displayed, I want to kind of do the chocolate candy, the chocolate mint. I would love to make that one. It's like my favorite version of that candy. I think we need to put green lips on this. No, we're going to go red. We're just going to do red. We're going to make it work. You can always change it later. The body is green and white. Everything else should be kind of Christmassy. Go red. Although I could have put white on it. Damn it. Now that I'm thinking about it, I could have put white on there. It's not too late. It's not too late. I am making the fish ornament with a Santa hat. What's my favorite thing to make? Whatever someone is willing to purchase. And that is the truth. I think it's totally cool when someone wants to spend their money and buy something that you make. Actually, this is going to be super special. We're going to do a white base, and then we're going to put red on top of the white for the lips. Now I'm happy. A lot of extra work, but worth it. Yeah, that'll look good. And we got to give it a smile. All right, I'm good with that. Let's pop on some eyeballs and we'll make the hat. I got you, Uncle Skin. We're good. I never doubted you. What's up, Gladys? How are you? Steely Man, how are you? I have not made a squirrel yet. We're going to pop the little eyeballs on here. All right. So now, see how the lips and got the little white background behind it? So it gave it just a little character back there. All right, now we got to put a Santa hat on it. Let's go Santa hat. Got to use all these little stubbies though. Christy, thank you for the air dancers. Christy, thank you. Sorry. Got a little froggy in my throat there. So right now I'm making the white cotton part, the little rim of the hat for the Santa. Purple was your favorite? Yeah, I think I'll have 5 or 6 different versions. Probably 5. I don't want to do too many. But the purple definitely looked cool. I got to attach a holding rod here. It's getting too short. So we're building a bulk right now. This will be for the rim of the Santa hat. Then we'll use red and create the rest of the hat. Right about there. So now we got this. We got to flatten it out and get it kind of looking good. Got to flatten this out a little. Gary, thank you for the ice cream cone. All right, here we go. Okay, let's do the red. See how it goes. Let's make it work. You can, Betty. They will not be on there right now because all the USPS shipping messed up my TikTok account a little bit. So I can't add any new items to my TikTok shop at the moment. I can only sell what is currently available for items. They won't let me add any more until I hit a certain metric with the shipping, which wasn't my fault. So I can't add anymore. I have to get like 1 point higher, which is stupid. I appealed it 10 times saying, it wasn't my fault that the shipments, that USPS couldn't get the damn shipments there on time. I did my part. Yeah, they won't let me add any. So that's why they won't be on there. The normal items will be always on there for the moment. I got to get one more point, so I have to hit a 4.0. I'm at 3.9 right now. So I got to sell more on TikTok Shop, get those shipments out, have them arrive on time, and then it raises. I have to sell more and get them out, and hopefully USPS gets them there on time. This is 31 years. 31 years. I have no idea, but this looks like a damn duck now. Look at that. Doesn't it look like a duck head? Right there with the eyeball and a beak. Quack, quack. But yeah, that's why they're not added on at the moment. And I appealed the thing twice and I lost the appeals. So not going to fight it. I'll just use Etsy for a while, and we'll sell some stuff on TikTok Shop, the hummingbirds and everything, and then when it goes back up, I can add it in. All right, there's a little pom pom. This is Boro. This torch would be a little overkill for soft glass. All right, let's fuse this in a little bit more, and then we'll add the hat to the fish. So, what's that? Yeah, it breaks down when it goes in the water, and that way when it does explode, it just goes in the water too. It doesn't get all over my surface, my bench. Yeah, that's the reason I dumped the scrap glass in the water, so it doesn't get all over the surface. All right, we got to grab the fish. We got to wait for all the red to pop in, but yeah. Little Santa hat fish, little Santa fish. And once the green, let's see if I can get the green to show up. I've got this light's magnetic. I don't know if you can see that green. No, it's really hard. There's a little green you can see. Yeah, that green shines really good. We're going to bring this one out and pop it off. So there is the purple. We're still waiting for the hat to go completely red, but we'll see how that works. Awesome. Yeah, 14 years. That's good. Keep going, man. We're going to bring this back. Pull that chunky clear off there. Yeah, I do like the purple. And once this green cools off, it's going to look 10 times better. There. And then it just hangs. It's pretty well balanced, too. I'm not disappointed in the balance. I was kind of worried it was going to be tippy, but it's not. It's pretty balanced over there. Okay, I got to make some room. All right, push you way in the back. There you go. You're going in the back. There. All right, let's separate this one too. So this is just pure raw Christmas colors. Something smells fishy. Yeah, it's funny. That is funny. Yeah, you can order specific colors. Yes. Yeah, the colors will be broken down for sure. That one they hang really good. I was worried that they were going to be like this way or this way. No, they're pretty balanced. back of the kiln for you. All right, I do want to make a marble that I have all this extra color. We're going to make an end of the day marble, even though it's not end of the day. Can everybody see that? Not really. We're going to make some fishy room here. Out of the way. This was the rose from yesterday. We got it all situated. So that's the little sitting rose, tiny little guy. See if I can get the color to show up though. Yeah. Oh man, it's still too bright. But there's definitely some multicolors running through there. I wish you could see it. And someone asked about Zero, and there is Zero. So we'll get him done too. I really like this guy. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I do. Okay, yeah, you guys got a little bit of view of that. Oh, this orange fish is in the way. Let's just move some stuff out. There we go. There, now you can see everything. So we got, no, I have not made that, Lewis. We got this kind of shiny, shimmery green. I got a bunch of color up here. Let's add some white to it and do some cool stuff. We're going to create a chaos marble. So we're going to mix a whole bunch of colors together, and we're going to spiral it around, kind of make it look like the gas giant Jupiter in different colors. So that was tank pressure changing. My liquid tank's finally behaving now. What's up, Tom Tom? So we got some white we're adding on here. Add some pomegranate. Oh, we are at 35K. Woohoo! Nicole, thank you. Shipping to Canada is not a problem, Nicole. Yeah, definitely could do some crazy stuff in marbles. I like making things crazy, though, like the hammer, the dagger, all that stuff. I'm kind of goofy. I like making weird, crazy things that you don't see out there every day. Can't add slime in the middle. It does not like that. We can put slime on the outside, but not in the middle. We're going to add some more white here. Yeah, it definitely someone has to do it, right? All right, who wants to? I feel bad doing it. I do. I feel crazy doing it. Like, who wants to see the dagger again? If you have not seen the dagger, type 1 in the chat. If you don't care to see it, type 2. I'm okay with that too. We'll do the dagger, the hammer. We'll bring out some crazy stuff. Microphone. Oh, if you had it in the middle, Jojo, it cracks. Yeah, it absolutely cracks. All right, cool. We got enough people. Okay. Let me let this settle down for a second. Kind of doing its flippy floppy thing. Feel like it's a wand now. Oh, shit. Sorry. I didn't mean to say that. I forgot we were going to make wands. Wand ornaments. We have to make wand ornaments. Damn it. All right, so this is my heavy-duty band hammer. So this is the hammer that we created. That is on my video, both on YouTube and TikTok. This is the hammer that was used to hammer in the roofing nails. There's a little bit of pitting still in the front. You can see it right there. Not pitting, but it's like where the metal of the nail was coming off. It is heavy. So this was actually used to hammer roofing nails into my mom's walkway. So my mom has a walker, and the walkway is really slippery. So we put roofing tiles on the walkway so she doesn't trip and slip. But yeah, that's the hammer. We call it the band hammer. This is I wanted to create a microphone one day, so we did this. This is one of those old Shure microphones like that back in the day when they would hold the radio and they'd be like, hello. But yeah, that's my version of the Shure microphone from back in the day, broadcast microphone. It'd be cool for someone that's karaoke. Then we got the dagger, I almost said dagger hammer, dragon dagger. So what I like about this particular piece is we have what's called the matte side. So you could hang it and have it looking that way, where it's matte, or you could have it shiny like that. It looks good either way. I'm going to actually shine the light on it because you haven't seen it with the gold. So watch this. I don't want to burn it in the flame. All right, watch. I don't know if you can see that gold hue popping on it. And then there's the shiny side. So that's the gold fume right there. But yeah, that's one of my pieces. That's a personal piece I don't want to get rid of. So that's kind of how my mind works. The dagger isn't for sale. We almost got a Santa hat going. Oh, we got blue. Crap, we could do blue. Let's add some blue in here. Thank you, Lucky Lex. All right, we're going to add some blue. This isn't really end of the day color, but I just want to add some blue because it's blue. So we're going to put some blue in it. This will probably be a 2-inch marble when I'm done. So it'll be a good size, fun little marble. Nicole, thank you for hanging out, Nicole. Pleasure to meet you. Don't forget to subscribe and hang out with us more. I appreciate you. Nope, you're all good, Nicole. All good. The dagger was 2 days. Hey, what's up, Jeremy? How are you doing? Jeremy is my Amazon driver. We were discussing. Remember, how many people in here remember me always saying, take care of your drivers? We were talking about that today. So if you are on YouTube and you see Jeremy Ware right there, follow Jeremy. He's going to do YouTube experiences as a driver. Like, cool stuff. Honestly, I think you guys should follow him. It's going to be amazing. Hit the subscribe. I do, Sneaking Pro. I can actually put a link in the chat. Thank you, Amy. I appreciate you, Amy. All right, let me do a link in chat. There we go. Hopefully I saved it. And there we go. There you are. I appreciate you, Amy. Lucky Lex, you have a good evening, okay? Appreciate you. Okay, next step here. We had a little bit of blue. I'm going to add a little bit more white, then we're going to chaos this marble up. Sorry, I've just been adding all this glass. We might add a little slime to it at the very end. We'll have to see. And there we go. John, it's on YouTube that the pin's there. Yeah, the sticks melt in the flame, and then we're going to actually create this really cool, chaotic look to it. This is 31 years. 31 freaking awesome years. Okay, so now we have enough glass here. We're going to start explaining what I'm going to do from here. Awesome, Maria. I'm glad to have you in. Okay, so the first thing is you can see all those colors stacked on top of each other. We're going to create a little bit of a pattern in here by doing folds. It's very much like, you ever see anybody do sourdough bread, how they mix sourdough bread by hand? Same thing, just with 3,000 degrees. So we're going to bring it down one flame size so I could focus more in the middle area here. Zach, I do, absolutely. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Beth. You are rocking it, Beth. If you guys are seeing a chat that doesn't make sense, it is because we are multi-streaming. All right, so this is what happens when I say you're going to fold it over, kind of like sourdough bread kneading. You're going to stretch it out, and then you're going to flop it like that, lock it in. And you're going to rinse and repeat this, and this will start putting little tiny streaks in there. There's also a link in my bio. JDub, there's a link in my bio. Click on my bio, you'll see a link where it says website. All right, so we stretch way out, and then you fold it over. Then give it a, see all the colors there? And we're going to take that out and twist it. Then we start getting really cool spirals and stuff in here. Maria, it's just like any other job. Like if you got a server out there that is doing food service all day, their leg strength and feet tolerance must be incredible. It's just how the job goes. Oh, you are a mod. Oh, that's awesome. There we go. So there we are. Now you can see these kind of taffy spirals running through. What got me inspired to do glass blowing? My mother started glass blowing when I was 2 years old. So I grew up with this. I've been around it my entire life. I wasn't forced into it. I always had a choice of whether I wanted to do this or not. But yeah, so I pretty much grew up around it. And it was cool watching my parents, you know, my mom especially, do really amazing work. Mr. Puller, what's happening? So yeah, that's what got me involved in glassblowing is my mother. And she was 50 plus years doing this. She's still alive, but she's had a setback with she's had 6 strokes. So it's a little tough for her right now. I'm hoping to get her back on the torch someday, at least doing some stuff. But like Dragonfly and Groves, she'll talk with them hopefully very soon. And she could coach them on doing stuff really nice. She can still coach people on how to do things. Even though she physically with her hands would be a little crazy with that. I know, Beth, I told her that. All right, so now we got a half ball. It's super, I'm sorry it's so glowy right now. I got to let it cool off. But now we got lots of little color spirals running throughout it. This is going to look very old world marble. Something that was produced probably, it'll look like it was produced in the 30s. She is 76. She's very young to have had that. All right, so we're going to come through and we're going to put what's called a punty rod right there. And then we got to let it settle for a second. Actually, these colors are looking pretty freaking cool. I do dig this. I'm liking it. I don't think we need to add any slime to it. I think it looks good as is. Sometimes you don't need to add more. Less is more. What's a chupa lollipop? I've never heard of that, Christy. Is that a real thing? Chupa lollipop? I'm going to have to look that up because that may be a candy I have to make. Thank you, Sneaking Pro. I appreciate it. I pride myself on the community. Have great mods, incredible people, great community of people. Yeah, I think it's awesome. We do have a Discord. I'm going to put the Discord in a link tomorrow. We do have a Discord. Turtle, it's absolutely possible for you to learn. And age is no limit for learning on us. I got to look up Chupa Lollipops. Chups. Yeah, I got to look it up now. I have no idea what that is. But yeah, we're going to link the Discord. Should be good. It's actually a pretty good Discord server. I have a friend named Graham who built it, and he has built many, many Discords. So it's pretty good. She is involved to the point of helping me with the packing, shipping, and invoicing, banking, all that stuff. Thank you, Random. I have burned myself tiny little bits. I'll show you one that I'm still getting over. Right on my wrist, well, right there on my wrist, you'll see a tiny little burn spot. Did that one about a week and a half ago. And that was from a piece of glass flying off, landing on my skin and sticking. But that's about as big as I've had. Yeah, we're going to start using it, Red Squeak. What's up, George? Yeah, we're definitely going to start using it. All right, so now we just have to get this into shape. So the material I'm using here is graphite, and it's very, very similar to your number 2 pencil graphite. J-Dub, thank you. Just try clicking on his name by itself. You should be able to click on his name. He's a cool dude. So as you start to make these marbles, the trick to a marble is not to have it fit into the mold, but to fit in the next size close to it. And the reason for that is you want the marble spinning around the entire rim. If it fits into the mold, it'll create a ring around it. I have heard from Graham. He moved. Graham's actually going back to school, so I got you, Jeremy. So click on Jeremy's name, right? Or click on his profile picture right to his name, and that'll take you to his channel. All right, so now you can see that spinning in there really, really well. I've made tons of turtles, and it depends on what kind of turtle you want. You have to do sea turtle versus land turtle. Lady Dragon, thanks for the heartbeat. All right, so here's where the real trick is. I'm going to give the secret to making marbles out here. I want you to pay attention to the light that's reflecting off the marble. Now, as I'm spinning this around, I'm going to try and find a bad spot. Right there. See how the light kind of goes from a straight line and it does the worm thing? That tells me I have a little divot in there. And so I have to fix that. As you spin this, if that light stays stationary and doesn't waver or do the worm, then you know your marble's round. So I use the reflection of different lights in the studio to create that effect. And it should spin in the mold very good. If you're spinning the mold and the marble starts jumping, then you also know you got a problem. Techno Pro, what's happening? Then we're going to go to the next stage right here, that little portion right there. And that's the smallest part I would do. Thank you, Badass Rebel. Marble making goes back a long way, yeah. So back in the day when you wanted to make a marble and you didn't have graphite, you would either use cherry wood molds, or you would use wet paper. Today you can still use wet paper. I think wet paper is one of the better forming tools. Lewis, message me on TikTok. Just private message me. There's also a link in my bio. L to the B, thank you for the rose. Big shout out to L to the B. She's been with me a long time. Always been awesome. I appreciate her so much. All right, so we're going to pop it over here. I don't know why people constantly try and do joining in. No co-hosting. Especially when you got a restriction. Of course, I do appreciate you, L to the B. All right, dude, you're getting blocked. I don't have any mood for you. I gotta hurry up. Block. Decline. Aha, got it. Yeah, I sell work all the time. Really, dude? Bye-bye. Yeah, I'm constantly selling. You do photography? You like glass? Photographing glass is a freaking hard thing. And I'm just now learning about photography a little bit. Well, for live streaming. Like, I didn't know what kind of lens to get for my camera. And everybody kept saying, get a 16 millimeter, get a 10 millimeter. And I thought bigger would be better. And they're like, no, smaller. Makes no sense to me. But, yeah. All right, so I'm going to show you a little cool thing we're going to do at the end of this marble. We're going to let it cool off a little. Okay? And you're going to see these little random crazy stuff in here. Have you been a photographer for years? Man, that's cool. I know nothing about it. All right, see that little chaos up there? We're going to change this, and we're going to make it look amazing. We're going to change it up. This is what I was talking about. So this is like finger painting molten glass. No, it's not going to shrink down. This will, if anything, it would get a little bigger. What's up, Khaled? All right, here we go. Here we go. We're gonna finger paint this. We're gonna add little spirals in. Oh, maybe not. We might finger paint this whole marble a little bit. Maybe half. Do half. So when I'm doing this finger painting, I envision tide pools. So I want the tide pools in here, the tide pool effect, like it's swirling water. Angela, thank you for the let them cook. How big can I go with marbles? My maximum for a marble is about 3.5 inches. I've done 4.5 before, and I won't do it again. It's just too big. It's too much. And it's not the weight of the marble, it's the heat coming off of it. All right, so now I'm going to show you what happened in here. We're going to bring it in, and you're going to start to see all those stuffed chaos right there. Christy, thank you for the air dancers. Now look at that. And some of those colors aren't going to show up yet. So now it looks like little swirls running through there. Which is pretty awesome. Thank you, Christy. I appreciate you. Don't change your profile picture. I love that hat. I freaking love that hat. But that's exactly it, random consumer. Storms on Jupiter. Exactly. Yeah, I don't want to melt the studio door. That's one thing that happened is I had my torch set a certain way, and I was raging the flame, and I melted my door. What's up, Robbie? How are you doing? All right, so now we're going to come over to the bigger mold again, just to get the initial shape done. What's the smallest marble I've made? Ooh. Probably 4 millimeters. Like little small 4 millimeter marble. There's a trick to it. It's not done this way. There's a total different trick for it. And Beth, I have to email you photographs of the glass, by the way. The rack. How small can it be before it's a BB? I don't know. I don't know what a BB size is. You guys want? I'll show you uranium marble after this. We'll do a uranium. I'm not going to make it. I'll show it to you. All right, we're going to the one size down here. We're at the finishing point of this marble, so we're going to show you how to get it off of the stick. No, I've done a Rupert's drop, but I don't make them anymore. I think they're extremely dangerous. And the reason I say that is because once they explode, you got little bits flying everywhere. And those little bits can cause a serious problem. What do my glasses do? They filter out a lot of different light. I'll show you here. Do I have some of my mother's work? Yeah, I got a clown behind me. I'll show you that after this too. Let me finish this marble. All right, so this is the last transfer. We put a little tiny punty right there. Then we're going to come in and we're going to melt it off. Now this marble is barely hanging on. One small bump and it will fall. This is 31 years. Now if it falls, it won't hurt it. It just sucks because I got to pick it back up. But it doesn't hurt the marble. What's up, Nat? How are you? Jason, thank you for the pumpkin. Thank you, Jason. All right, we're going to go to the big mold one more time. Get it finalized here. There we go. Then we're going to heat it up, go to the next size mold down. Get it completely rounded out. Take any big bumps out of it. Here we go. So we're removing any imperfections and bumps. It is spinning freely in here. And one last time into the very small mold. You all right? I'm doing good. And here we go. And boom, look at that. See how smooth that is? That's how you do it. That's what I'm saying. That's why if they get in your eye, you're done. That's why I don't like Rupert's drops. They're very dangerous, in my opinion. All right, so now we got kind of crazy spiral right here. Okay. And then the back is chaos. So you got spiral and chaos in the back. Now this tool is one of my favorite tools on the planet. This is made by Beth, or Dragonfly. And she can supply you with these tools if you are a glassblower. If you are a new glassblower, you need this. And there we go. Pop it in, and this is how you remove it from the stick. Ready? Whoop. And that's all it is. And now we got, you can definitely see that green spiral going on in there. There's going to be some red in the middle, and then chaos in the back. We'll kind of use the light. Let's see if I can get the light to shine on this. I love this light. But now you can, oh no, you can't. Right. So we're going to bring that in. You can see that green stripies. The chaos is hard to see. Man, this light's bright. All right, let's grab the uranium marble. Actually, I'll just bring them both out. What the hell? We'll reach over. Do a reach around on it. Has anybody seen uranium marbles before? If you don't know what uranium is, it is the green glass rods that are glowing behind me. That is the uranium glass. It is absolutely amazing to work with. And it shows off some really cool colors. But under a black light, it will light up like that. So that is uranium. Absolutely beast mode for glass. Like that. And then this one has a little uranium mixed into the bottom. I'm going to turn it this way. So that has some uranium in there. This is a galaxy marble. So when you look at it in certain angles, it'll look like a galaxy. So you can see it right there. Turn it to the side, and you see those little galaxies floating around in there. Now, the best part about this one is if you flip it this way, now you get Christy. Have a good night. Thank you, Christy. As always, I appreciate you. And now you can definitely see the galaxy spiral running through that marble. So it has like 5 different looks. And then we got to grab Mom's. Mom's clown I have handy. Yeah, spacey stuff is awesome. I'm a space nerd at heart. So that is my mother's clown that she used to make. Now, she did like 50 different styles of clowns, all themed, like Keystone Cop Clown, Fireman Clown, Bingo Clown, Rodeo Clown, and then just typical clown with balloons on it. But she had like 50 different styles of clowns. And they were all awesome. So yeah, that was her one of her specialties. And then she moved into beads and developed some really cool beads. Okay, I forgot what the hell I was going to make. I really forgot. Crap. Give me 1 second. Yeah, they are signed. They are signed Vicky, and then she puts the year in there. A buck? I would have a hard time with a buck. Other people can make it pretty simply, but I'm not good at that shape. Oh, wands. Yeah, I gotta think about the wands. I gotta remember. I gotta like design it and then make the wands. There was something specific I wanted to make. Other than that, crap. All right, we're just gonna make a quick ornament while I'm thinking. I don't have any yellow up here. I should do bee. I'll do bees tomorrow. Yeah, we can make some bees tomorrow. Yep, they are fish. You'd sit and watch class in art school? Oh, that's awesome. What's Saeed? How are you? Stu, what's up, man? How you doing? So we're going to do a random... Yeah, we should do some wands, Red Squeak. Yeah, wand is definitely something I need to do. So we're just going to do a random ornament. We'll kind of do something funky, okay? We'll do funky. Funky monkey. Let's put the bead tool back over here. Grab some green. We'll do some fuming. How's that sound? Corey, there's a lot of different equipment that you want to purchase, and you don't want to buy a kit. You want to make sure that you purchase everything independently. If you are looking for advice, send me a private message and I'll give you links to where the best place to go find that information is. The glasses are similar to welding, but not. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to show you all the glasses too. Hold on. Let me finish this wrap. So the glasses are called didymium lenses. This is 31 years, DJ. And didymium is this purpley glass like this. Okay, see, I'm all purple. Now my glasses have a welding shade number 3 and this glass combined. So it's layered, sandwiched together. And they are a little darker, but see, this is what my glasses do. Now I'm going to remove it. Back in. So now you can see they're filtering out all that orangey bright sodium color. All right, next step, we're going to add some silver. We're going to put some silver on there. And not like chromy silver, but actually silver coin that's vaporized. Should be a little bit left on this rod here. There's a tiny little nugget of silver somewhere in here, hopefully. So check out this color right here. We're going to change it. So what happens is the silver gets heated up to a vapor. And then the vapor uses the torch as a conduit to fly onto the tube up above it. So basically it's creating a spray paint can effect to coloring it. Let me squish that down. There we go. And so it's transferring that color via the flame. And that silver rod is done. But now you can see it's kind of chrome plated. Has that real shiny effect. Now I've got extra silver here. We're going to do it again. Unless you're gold. I don't know what you are, but we're using it. I think it's silver. We're going to do it again. We're going to go very heavy coating of it. And that's what happens when it gets heated up and cooled off a lot. And there we go. We're going to use up all the metal I can find on here. That one's done. See, it got a little bit darker right there. Now this is taking a lot longer than it should, but I'm using up all the extra material I have. All right, here we go. This has a good amount on it. This is definitely going to get it dark, chrome plated. It's going to look very bronzy though. I created the glow-in-the-dark glass 20-something years ago. So now you can see it's very shiny. That is literally silver plated. Now we're going to take all that and we're going to mix it up in there. We're going to bring it down. Now the color I'm using to bring it down is called amber purple. You can get sunburned, but I wear sunblock daily. I am constantly wearing sunblock, even when it snows. Because it's not the heat, it's the UV that comes off that can create the problem. All right, so what I did there, so I came through, we added a color called amber purple on there. It's not going to show up too much right now, but we striped it down. So we have circles going around and then stripes coming through. Next step, we're going to take cobalt blue and we're going to do that same process. What glasses do I recommend? For you mean like what I'm wearing? You can contact VS Eyewear and they will help you out. Like V is in Victor, S is in Storm. So we're striping all the way down and around here. One more. And that's how we do it. S'mores, yeah. We did roast marshmallows once. Actually, twice. We did marshmallows twice. Let's see. Random, because most of the guys are learning back from Colorado use old coins. Yeah, you could use old coins, but they're not as pure as the Canadian maple leaf. So when you're doing fuming and you're talking about silver, Canadian maple leaf is 0.9999 pure. The random silver coins, like the American Eagle, is 0.999. Now, whatever is left in there, I don't know. And I don't want to breathe that. If it's copper, I especially don't want to breathe it. So that's why I use the 0.9999 from Canada. Canada makes the best coin in the world for that. My flame is quite high. Is that a personal choice? Yeah, just, I like it. I'm good with it. Number 1 in Naples. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, Canadian comes in gold and silver. Yeah, I just don't want to breathe anything other than, as much silver as possible. All right, so we got that little spiral on there. We're going to blow this out, create that peppermint shape, but this will be definitely some cool colors in it. Definitely going to be a one-off crazy ornament. And here we go. Then we're going to flatten it out. They range in price. If you click on somewhere in my YouTube bio, there is a link to my Etsy shop. They are all in there. What's up, Gail? How are you? Okay, so what we have here is kind of some weird colors. Now, when I shine the flashlight on this one, you're going to see magic happen. And this won't take long. I'll be done very quick. But I promise it'll be magical. Because what you're going to see when I get done with this and I shine a light on it, it's nothing like you can imagine. Okay, and I'm showing it to you right now, okay? Looks kind of dull right there. I got it. Oh, no. Hunty rod. We're not far off. We're about 2 to 3 minutes away from finishing this up. Yep, I'm chewing gum. Then we're going to bring it back. Taper that flame down. You don't understand how much this gum is important for safety for me. Like if I go to blow this out and a little tiny piece of glass breaks off my tube and falls in my mouth, and this has happened, the gum caught it before it went down my throat. So that's why I have gum. Because if a piece of glass breaks off when I go to blow this out, I want the gum to catch it, and I can spit the gum out before it actually lodges down my throat. And that has happened before. Yeah. So that is one of the reasons I actually do that. Yeah, I kind of keep it tucked. All right, so right now we're flattening this out. We're getting that candy. What's up, DC? How are you? Gobble and Sandy, or Gooby and Sandy, sorry. Thank you for your follow. Gail, I'm just making a random ornament, but this one's going to have an incredible color effect to it. And we're almost done. This is going to be one of those ones when you look at it in one sight, one direction, it's going to look eh. But then when a light hits it just right, you're going to go, oh my God, I didn't realize that was that color. And that's what we're going to do right now. This would be perfect to hang in a window all year round. Yeah, the candies are the ones we made last night. We did the candy last night. Man, I got nothing but big ass rods here. All right, just gonna have to use you. I do sell on TikTok and I sell on Etsy. Thank you, Martin. Appreciate you. Yeah, this would make an amazing sun catcher that can be used all year round. And depending on the time of year, you're going to get different effects through it, and time of day. It's going to constantly change. A lot of people refer to this as color changing glass. And if you're in the 420 industry, you know what I'm talking about most of the time. Where light and dark changes the coloring. I'm going to pop that in there. I've been getting lucky with these hooks lately. All right, it's a little crooked. Got to straighten it out. It's a wee bit crooked. There we go. And we're good. All right, so we're going to separate it. Smooth that out. I wish I could keep that color, that bright, bright orange. I always say that. I need to learn to make that. All right, so kind of looks dull, right? Now look at it. Oh, crap. We're going to do a reveal here. Everybody can see. Ready? There you go. See what I'm talking about? Magic. I'm going to flip it around this way. Same thing. Dull. Awesome. So in the sun, that's what you'll get. You'll get that beautiful color shining through it, especially that direction too. So there it is. But yeah, like that, doesn't look like much. So that's what I'm referring to with color changing and all that. So to light into the glass and it will glow orange. Yeah, there is actually I have orange glow. In fact, let me grab it. I'm going to show you guys something I haven't shown anybody before. I have not shown this. I haven't released it. I'll be right back. Give me a second. Where are you? I've actually got it tucked away very secretly back here somewhere. Where did I park you? There it is. Okay, I have not released this at all. Okay, I'm going to set that right there. Looks like normal white, right? So there is that. I haven't released it. I haven't done it yet, but yeah, that is the. There we go. Kind of cool. I'm doing some testing on it right now. I'm making sure it's compatible. I didn't bring the tadpoles out. I went looking for them. I couldn't find them. They're in a couple boxes, so I haven't brought the tadpoles out yet. I did go looking for them though. I didn't find them yet. All right, I think it's time for me to call it a night though. I do appreciate all of you. If you're new on YouTube, I would really appreciate a subscribe and get notifications. Cinder, yes, I do make memorial glass. Click on my profile, and right below it, you'll see a link to where you can find that. For sure. So let me log out of TikTok. At TikTok, everybody, I appreciate you. Mods, I always appreciate you. Guys are awesome. I'll talk to you soon. And YouTube, hold on one second. Everybody on YouTube, I really appreciate you. Beth, thank you for modding over here. I really appreciate what you're doing. And yeah, definitely hit the subscribe. We're going to be going daily on YouTube. We're going to push it. And I appreciate everybody hanging with me. Tomorrow we'll do some crazy other stuff too. So, y'all have a good night, and I will talk to you soon.